The Integrity of Political Parties and Candidates Commission endorsed the Chronicle of Political Parties in Papua New Guinea project. The Chronicle project is intended to document the contributions by political parties as institutions in nation building. Papua New Guineans were engaged in this project, and at this juncture we thank Papua New Guineans, eminent political scientist, Dr. Joe Ketan, and the two respected journalists in Frank Senge Koma and John Eggins for leading this project. This magazine, ladies and gentlemen, is one of three outcomes of the Chronicles of Political Parties project. John Eggins, who happens to be Papua New Guinea's veteran and respected journalist, did a 6-part television documentary. This documentary was aired during last year's Independence Week and also during the Christmas period. The documentary is also available on YouTube for those of you who want to follow. The second output of this Chronicle project is a monograph. Currently, the monograph is undergoing proofreading. It is much more detailed written account of the political parties case study. The third project, of course, is this magazine. This Chronicle of Political Parties magazine is a simplified version of the monograph. The monograph is written for an academic audience. This magazine is written briefly for the average Papua New Guineans with specific information about the origins of the parties profiled. When they first appeared on the political scene in the mid and late 1960s, political parties and political movements mobilized Papua New Guineans. They became useful vehicles in mobilizing Papua New Guineans to engage in conversations about PNG's political future. You will find that only a select political parties were profiled, starting with some of the oldest parties like PANGU, People's Progress Party, United Party, National Party, Melanson Alliance Party, People's Democratic Movement Party, People's Action Party. These parties and their leaders played influential roles in giving Papua New Guinea its national character before and immediately after independence. Parties of the 1990s and of the 2000s that were profiled include People's National Congress, National Alliance, United Resource Party, People's Party, Triumph Heritage Empowerment Party, and Social Democratic Party. Ladies and gentlemen, the Integrity of Political Parties and Candidates Commission acknowledges that we did not cover all the political parties and political movements who are part of the story of this country. Pre-independence and post-independence parties and political movements such as the Matangen Association, Country Party of Papua Besena, also Tony Siagu's League for National Advancement Party. However, this magazine is the start of the process of documenting the place of political parties in our country's development. On the same token, as chairman of Papua New Guinea Integrity of Political Parties and Candidates Commission, I sincerely encourage political party executives to embrace the histories and colorful characters of your political parties. The revised OLIPEC, when it is implemented in its entirety, will ensure that political parties develop as institutions. Institutions must have institutional memory, without which somebody else will write your political party story, even misrepresenting your party's history, if you are not aware. One of the contributions in this project, ladies and gentlemen, who profiled the founding political party in this magazine, even noted the lack of any information whatsoever about one of the most important political figures in Papua New Guinea's history, political history. Sir Thomas Kawali, the co-founder of the PNG National Party, was a towering figure in the lead-up to independence. Yet, there is hardly a paragraph or chapter written about him in any written work. It is as if this great Papua New Guinean never existed at all. Whatever information that was generated about Sir Thomas Kawali was from stitching together whatever little references gained, collected about him in the newspapers and the articles. Writing your political party, friends, your political party story, its ideas and its landmark policies and programs allows generations to understand your positions on issues of national importance to this country. Political parties must take an active role in being institutions, paying attention to their place within the greater picture of Papua New Guinea's development of a nation. Hopefully, this Chronicle of Political Parties project will inspire political parties to write and profile your own histories and your key personalities. It is important if Papua New Guinea wants to know what your political party stands for. The Integrity of Political Parties and Candidates Commission and the Registry of Political Parties are committing to ensure that the history of all political party institutions in Papua New Guinea must be documented. The staff at the Registry of Political Parties will do a second edition of this project, and a call out will be made to you soon. With this as the first edition, with the assurance of having more publications to come, ladies and gentlemen, I now officially launch this Chronicle of Political Parties in Papua New Guinea magazine of 2025. Thank you.